inside Oracle Arena in Oakland. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, in recent years, no doubt, this has been the NBA's epicenter.
I'll take it one level above you, baby. How about this team has redefined the offense in the NBA, leading the league with record-setting three-point shots made.
Join us to watch some of the greatest players on the planet, and they're ready to go. Down the lane to lay it in. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to explode.
Leonard. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Leonard. His first effort off the mark. To Curry. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Russell. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverley. It remains Warrior basketball. Steph Curry, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Strong finish for Paul George.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Leonard. Well defended. Great feed. Can't miss those.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you 80 million.
It's PG for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Steph lets loose. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Green. Down for Curry. Steph Curry. 3 for 6 now.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Clippers have the basketball. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Knocked loose. Green. To Curry. Clippers have got it. Leonard. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a...
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Short jumper off the mark. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Golden State.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Beverley. Off the iron. No good. Livingston to bring it up. He'll run the offense. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup with Draymond Green. Nice pass to get things going.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Livingston across the timeline. Up 5. Leonard. His first quarter struggles from deep continue. It's no good. Alec Burks to Green. And count the basket.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
He throws it down.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Warriors basketball. Clippers have it. Sizing up the defense. Locked in. Got it at the line. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George, well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Montrezl Harrell able to recover with the block. George, yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Burks in a matchup with Harkless. We played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Ah, the monster stuff.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Shot by Burks, no good. George, Green always looking for the steal. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
It's LA Clippers ball. Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Take stock of the floor. Thompson to bring it into the front court. 5-point game. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Williams. And look out.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Whoa, what a finish.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Alec Burks, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Baseline drive. Leonard to Paul George. 4-3. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
George. He was all over him. To Green. Draymond Green. 3 for 3 in this first half.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Curry. Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Curry has it. Terrific vision. Won't go down. Leonard. To the outside. To George. Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
A bad pass there. Warriors have it. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Looney, tough matchup against George. To Beverly. George, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Stephen Curry with a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. LA Clippers with the basketball. And the finish, slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Driving right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Curry. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Rises for the slam.
One of the best in the biz right there, maybe the best.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Leonard. Around the perimeter. George hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs, there's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Curry into the front court. His guys down big. Beyond the arc for 3. And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Curry. From long range. Not going down here.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
First one, counted. And gets both to drop at the line. It's Steph at the controls. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by Beverly.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Curry to bring it up. Down a bundle. For 3. Can't connect. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
George, that right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Steph Curry against George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Free throw try, off the mark. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Russell against Paul George. To Shaun Livingston. Fires the three. Tough shot. You've got to body up Livingston. Hits the three.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day. Russell into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Shaun Livingston. Lets it fly from long range. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. To Leonard. George. To Williams. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. The follow won't go either. Glenn Robinson III matched up with Paul George. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. Green to Curry. Gets it in the left corner. Russell. Too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Possession lies with Golden State. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
D'Angelo Russell. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
And a nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Over the line. Backcourt violation. Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. For 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Slam dunk. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. All right. Warriors have the basketball. Curry, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. George against the former Cougar. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Curry to Thompson. Has a look. Shot by Thompson, no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Russell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Goes reverse to lay it in.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Goes 2 for 2. To Leonard. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
D'Angelo Russell bothered just enough on that one. Steph Curry knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Get back.
Green. Cauley-Stein powers it through.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 23.
Paul George to Leonard. Curling inside and stuffs it home.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Warriors have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard pins it. Russell.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Russell. Here's a chance from long range, smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
It's good, and one.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Have to be careful inbounding the basketball, but good anticipation by the defense.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First try, no good. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Leonard. Long key from three-quarters court. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on